In English, when someone asks how you are, most people say, fine. But fine doesn't tell anyone anything. Today, I'm teaching you the words that actually describe how you truly feel inside. These are the words native speakers use when they want to be honest, not just polite. If you've ever felt something big and couldn't say it in English, this episode is for you. I'm Camila, and this is English with Camila. Welcome to the channel. Let's get into it. So let's start with something very simple. Someone asks how you are, and you say fine, or good, maybe okay. But here's the truth. You probably weren't just fine. You were something more specific than that. Today, I want to give you better words, real words, words that actually match what's happening inside you. We're going to go through 10 emotional states today. For each one, I'll give you the word and what it really means. Then I'll show you 2 or 3 natural expressions you can use. These are not textbook sentences. These are the kind of things a real person actually says. Let's start with a feeling almost everyone has had this week. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means you have too much happening at once. Too many things to think about. Too many things to handle. Your brain feels completely full. Overwhelmed is when busy tips over the edge, when you can't find a starting point. Here are some natural ways to say it. I'm completely overwhelmed right now. Or, everything hit me at once and I couldn't keep up. Another one I love. I have too much on my plate. Your plate, like a dinner plate, but full of responsibilities, not food. That image is so relatable. Native speakers use it all the time. You can also say, I'm barely keeping my head above water. That means you're surviving, but just barely. Like you're about to sink. Strong image, very honest, very human. I remember a time when I used all 3 of these in 1 week. I had a new job, I was moving apartments, and my grandmother got sick. Everything hit at once. And the one thing that helped, even a little, was being able to say it out loud. I am overwhelmed. Just that. Just naming it. There's something powerful about having the right word. It doesn't fix the situation, but it makes you feel less alone in it. Now let's talk about the opposite feeling, when something you were worried about finally went okay. The word is relieved. Relieved is that exhale, that release, when the thing you were dreading is finally over and it was okay. You might say, I was so relieved when I got the news. Or, I can finally breathe again. That second one is very natural and very expressive. People also say, a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like you were carrying something heavy and someone finally took it away. I love that expression. You can feel it when you say it. Another natural one. I was dreading it, but it turned out fine. Dreading means expecting something bad. So that sentence says, I was scared, but it was okay. Very useful, very real. One more for relieved. Thank goodness that's over. Very casual, very honest, and extremely common. Next, something a little harder to name. That feeling when you're not sad exactly, not stressed, just a little empty inside. In English, we call that drained. Drained means your energy is gone, not because something exciting happened, just because life asked too much of you today. You can say, I'm just completely drained, or I don't have anything left in me right now. Another expression, I'm running on empty. Like a car with no fuel. Still moving, but barely. I love that one because it's honest without being dramatic. It just says, I'm doing my best, but I'm almost out. You might also hear, I'm just going through the motions. That means doing things automatically, without real energy behind them. Very relatable, especially after a long week. I went through a period like that a few years ago. I was working really long hours and not sleeping well. I wasn't sad, I wasn't angry, I was just empty, going through the motions every day. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're just drained. And knowing that word is the first step to doing something about it. Now let's go to a quieter, more positive feeling. When things are okay and you feel genuinely good about your life. The word is content. Content is not the same as happy. Happy is bigger, louder, more exciting. Content is softer. It means, I have what I need. I feel okay with where I am right now. You might say, I'm just really content lately. Or, nothing exciting is happening, but I genuinely feel good. Some people say, I'm in a good place right now. That means emotionally, mentally, things are stable. I feel grounded. That one is very common. You'll hear it a lot. Another one, I don't need much right now. I'm good. Simple, quiet, and it says everything. Content is a beautiful word. Not enough people use it. Next, one of my personal favorites. That uncomfortable feeling when something doesn't feel right, but you can't explain exactly why. We call that feeling unsettled. Unsettled means something feels off. Not wrong enough to explain clearly, just not right. Like something small is bothering you from the inside. You might say, I've been feeling a little unsettled today. Or, something's off, but I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it is a great expression on its own. It means you sense the problem, but can't name it exactly. Use that, and people will know exactly what you mean. You can also say, I can't shake this feeling. Can't shake means you can't get rid of it. Or, something just feels off today. I don't know what. Simple, honest, and very human. Now let's talk about something warmer. That feeling when something small happens and makes your whole day better. The word is touched. Touched means emotionally moved by something kind or thoughtful. Not crying necessarily, just that warm feeling inside. When someone does something that matters to you. You might say, I was really touched by what she said. Or, that honestly meant a lot to me. People also say, that made my day. Very simple, very natural. It means that small thing changed how I felt about the whole day. Or, I didn't expect that and it really got to me. Got to me means it affected me emotionally, in a good way. And one more. That was really kind. I appreciate it more than you know. That last part, more than you know, makes it feel very sincere. Touched is a word that shows depth without being heavy. Perfect for everyday moments. Next, a feeling that's harder to admit, but very important to be able to say. The word is anxious. Anxious means you're worried, but more than just worried. It's that low-level fear that sits in your chest and doesn't go away. It's different from scared. Scared is about something specific right in front of you. Anxious is more like a cloud. It follows you around. You might say, I've been feeling really anxious lately. Or, I can't stop overthinking everything. Overthinking means your mind keeps going in circles, replaying things, worrying about things that haven't happened yet. If you relate to that, you are not alone, not even close. You can also say, I can't seem to switch my brain off. That means I'm trying to relax, but my mind won't stop. Or, I keep thinking about things I can't control. That one is very honest and very common. Now let's talk about the opposite of anxious, when you feel calm, steady, and sure of yourself. The word is grounded. Grounded means you feel stable, connected to yourself, not pulled in different directions, just here, present, okay. You might say, I've been feeling really grounded lately, or I feel like I know who I am right now. People also say, I feel centered. Centered means balanced, like everything inside you is lined up properly. These are beautiful words for a beautiful feeling. They sound natural and confident when you use them. Another one. I'm not letting things get to me as much anymore. Get to me means affect me negatively. So this says, things used to bother me more. Now they don't. Growth. In one sentence. I started feeling more grounded when I stopped trying to control everything. I used to plan every detail, every outcome, every possible problem. And one day, I just stopped, and something shifted. Grounded doesn't mean nothing bothers you. It means you come back to yourself faster when things do. 2 more feelings, and then we wrap up. This next one is something almost everyone feels, but not everyone admits. The word is lonely. Lonely doesn't always mean you're alone. You can be lonely in a crowded room. You can be lonely with people all around you. It means you feel disconnected, like no one really sees you. You might say, I've just been feeling a little lonely lately. Or, I feel surrounded by people but still disconnected somehow. People also say, I feel like no one really gets me right now. Gets me means understands me deeply. Being able to say that in any language takes real courage. Saying it in English means you can reach more people with how you feel. You can also say, I've been feeling a bit isolated. Isolated means cut off, separate from others. A little stronger than lonely, but in the same family. Important word. Important feeling to be able to name. And our last one today. A feeling that's quietly positive, but hard to put into words. The word is grateful. You probably know grateful already, but I want to show you how to use it more naturally, not just as a one-word answer. Instead of just, I'm grateful, try this. I feel really grateful for the small things lately. Or, I don't take it for granted anymore. I don't take it for granted means I used to not notice something good, but now I do. Now I really appreciate it. That phrase says so much more than just, I'm grateful. You can also say, I've been trying to notice the good things more. That shows intention, awareness, a little bit of growth. A lot of meaning in a very simple sentence. Gratitude is one of those things that sounds simple, but isn't easy. When life is hard, noticing the good things takes real effort. But when you can say it out loud, in English, something clicks. You start to feel it more, not just think it. Okay, let's do a full recap. 10 feelings, 10 words. Overwhelmed, relieved, drained, content, unsettled, touched, anxious, grounded, lonely, grateful. And with each one, we went through real expressions, the kind of thing a real person says in a real conversation. The goal isn't just to know these words. The goal is to reach for them when you need them. When someone asks how you have real options now. You don't have to say fine anymore, unless you really mean it. Here is your challenge for today. Leave a comment and tell me, how are you really feeling right now? Use any word or expression from today. Even one word is enough. I read every single comment. I would genuinely love to know. I'm Camila. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.